Amir, are you here?
Yep. Hey, everybody.
Okay.
Okay, we are live. Welcome
We're live
to Selection Show.
Okay, so thank you, everybody. Welcome to the Selection Show. This has been 86 days now in planning. For those that joined us last Thursday, we had a phenomenal pitch session. But just to step back, we have 12 fantastic partners that have joined the Hype Global Virtual Accelerator. We're going to be walking through with each one of them today. But we had 1,000 applications. We narrowed that down to about 55 one-on-one interviews. 25 startups entered the week last week, which we called the bootcamp. And we spent time about 1 hour with each one of the partners. And those partners shared a lot of insights. You know, what happened when Corona hit? How did they react? How did they engage fans when there were no more games and they didn't have content? And how is their respect to sport coming back? You know, each league is coming back and it's all different. So we really thank them for their time. And then the startups had about a half hour of Q&A with them to really understand what are their challenges, what are they looking for out of this program, and how can we fill some of those goals. On Thursday, we had the pitch session, about 4 hours of some phenomenal pitches, all the 25 startups, the 12 partners they're evaluating. So Amir, you were there at pitch day on Thursday. How do you think it went?
Obviously, I think I'm not going to share a favorite here, but overall, I think we were very impressed by the quality of the startups joining us. And I think we also saw the feedback we got from our partners. So really looking forward for this program and looking forward to see the real solutions and the real breakthroughs that will be created by the startups and for the sport industry.
Yes, so as a reminder to everyone out there, these 12 partners have basically, they heard the pitches. First off, they spent 1 hour with the startups. They heard the questions. They heard the pitches. Friday, as well as over the weekend, I spent time with at least 4 or 5 of the partners over the weekend. And then on Monday today, they've narrowed their decision down. There was no limit to how many they could select. There was a minimum. We asked them to select a minimum of 3. And we're going to hear today who they selected and what does selected mean. So let me explain that. What that means is that this club, in this case, we're talking Aster Ventures at first, which is representing Leeds United and 11 Sport.
They are now integrating the last part on their app.
Okay, can somebody go on mute? I think that was you, Dulce. Can you go on mute, please? So Aster is not integrating the last part of any app. That was an overlay there. So to explain again what it means to be selected today, it means you're advancing to the next stage, but it really means you're advancing into our cohort. So by advancing from here, you're a part of the group. We're going to be spending the next 8 weeks with you, or next 7 weeks, sorry. But really the next 5 weeks is going to be some pretty intense business development sessions. So for each startup that's selected, the first thing will be a meeting with the partner. Maybe it's a demo, as you normally would do. From that demo, the partner might say, let's get this in front of the integration team, the commercial team. I need to talk how this integrates to our app, facilities, whatever it is. I've represented about 10 different startups in the last couple of years, and usually no sale happens in one meeting. Usually it takes 3 or 4 meetings to get down that path. So what this is really working your way down that path and ultimately scoping out what a pilot looks like. And how can we come up with some quote unquote creative Corona pricing models? We know that all these clubs are struggling, I don't want to say struggling financially, but they all took a hit when it comes to revenue. So we have to work together. So how can we work together to come up with some sort of scope of a pilot? And then in week 6, each one of these partners will have a separate competition with the clubs or the startups they select today. So let's say they select 5. Those 5 in essence are kind of competing with each other, working down the next 5 weeks. There's going to be one winner of a pilot, but there's nothing that says they can't pick more than one winner. So all 5 might be winners. The pilots may start at different times, or just one may be winner. And maybe none of them will be winners. I mean, at the end of the day, we can't promise anything. So from here, this is just that next step to get into that really hardcore business development cycle. Amir, anything else you want to talk about before we bring Massimo on?
Yeah, just to say again, we've completed the selection process and sharing our views as well. And unfortunately, not all the startups will be able to stay with us today, and Ryan will share later on the outcomes. What I would like to say to the startup that hasn't made it, you still made it till here. I know it's not any consolation, but we saw a lot of startups in the last few months, and it says something about you. In addition, there will be another session, and again, another angle of this means that perhaps your solution wasn't the focus of the specific partners we have here today. So it doesn't mean anything that you're less exciting and you have less potential than they have. The other thing is we're looking to open another cycle in around towards the end of the year, probably around November-ish. So there will be more opportunities to engage and to be part of the activities we're doing. In any event, you're now part of the Hive family, and you will be invited to different activities and different sessions which will provide you back. I would like to say to the startups that are staying with us, in the startup world, in our journey, it's not only about doing the right things. It's about, especially now, it's about doing the right things quickly. Because there is competition, there is other people, the market is moving fast. What we've created here with the great leadership of Ryan is a vehicle, you can call it a fast track, that taking you to an outstanding positioning and outcomes within a very short time. So my invitation to you will be to make the best out of it and really use this platform to be in a totally different place in 2 months' time. I just want to thank again our partners that took part in this. I know it was very time consuming for you, and you needed to put some resources in that, so thank you very much. Also the mentors that are joining us now, which will take an important part in that. And really wish you all great success, and we'll see you in the next events that are coming up. And good luck today.
Okay, so with that, let me introduce the first partner. It's actually the most, I guess, complex of all the partners because they actually represent 3 entities. I've known Massimo for a while now. So Massimo, let's just play a little video and you can talk us through. So Massimo is the head of Aster Ventures, but it's bigger than that. So Massimo, over to you, my friend, and let's just hit the video, hit play there, Fiona. And Massimo, just talk us through what Aster does. You're on mute, Massimo.
Here we are. Great. Thank you, Ryan, and thank you, Amir. So yes, as Ryan was indicating, I'm representing Aster Ventures. We want to be a leading global investment platform in sports, media, and entertainment. We have a number of assets in our portfolio. You will see some of these indicated in the video. Hopefully that's supposed to start some point soon. If not, it started already. I can't quite see.
It's replaying right now.
Here we are. There you go. I mean, we own Leeds United, the football club, 11 Sports, which is a distribution platform we developed within our own investment company. And we have investment in a number of other startups like Whistle, LOD, which are digital platforms utilizing in particular social media, EasyProd, which is a low-cost production business, One Football, which is a leading football app, and many others like Epico, and also Live Now, which is a new distribution network focused on pay-per-view that we are just launching as we speak.
Okay, so let's move on to the selections. Fiona, if you can bring up the slide. Fiona, you still there? 1 second. Let's see if I can bring up on my side. Hold on. Sorry, guys, just 1 second. Had a little bit of a computer crash, but just bear with us. This is fluid, and I'm just going to bring it up on my side. I have access to it as well. So just hold on, sit tight.
In the meantime, Ryan, I mean, what I like
please.
to say, I mean, I like first of all, to thank you all the startups that have put their best foot forward. It's been a pleasure to get to know some of you. Some of you already knew. Some of you were quite new to us, obviously. And I would say that it also hasn't been easy to select, given that there were very, very many interesting ideas and tech that have been presented. But ultimately, we had to choose. I would say that we also focused on the task at hand, in a sense, given that ultimately, this is an accelerator program. So in some cases, where we saw that there were some startups that perhaps appeared to already have a very developed business model or idea what they wanted to do, we thought maybe there was less of a need for us to get involved at this stage. But of course, we'd be delighted to stay in touch and see how things develop, even for the ones that won't be part of this cohort. And of course, we would be very happy to help and get involved going forward where it makes sense.
Perfect. I'm still bringing up on my side. Just wait 1 second. Master, would you just talk maybe a little bit the difference between Leeds United and 11, just for those out there that aren't familiar with the two properties?
Yeah, so I mean, as I was indicating, the two major assets that we own is a football club, Leeds United Football Club. We are in the championship, looking forward to all going well, being back on the pitch at the end of next week. Fingers crossed. Obviously it's all subject to final confirmation, and if things go according to plan, we are supposed to go back on the 20th of June. So I think pretty much everybody would understand what we are supposed to do there. The other platform is 11 Sports, which is a distribution network currently operating in 9-10 countries around the world. We typically focus on live content, premium content, and we try to differentiate the startups that we have developed across these two platforms. But there may be some examples where perhaps there is a cross-pollination between the two, which is obviously at the basis of our own investment platform.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, on mute now yourself, I think.
Fiona's going to try to bring it back up. This thing's just back ready. Okay. Okay, so let's go here one by one. I think we might have just seen a quick preview for those that had some good eyes. Apologies for that. We're fluid here. We're new at this reality show game, but it is what it is. So Fiona, go ahead, get started.
So yes, here we go. One of the startups we have selected for us to potentially cooperate with 11 is Emaze. I'd say we were impressed with their products and their ability to create millions of customized themed websites. So we look forward to finding out more about whether or not we can work better with them.
Yep. So David, feel free to turn your camera on. And let's go to the next one there, Fiona.
Yes. Hi, Ryan.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We'll be pleased, and I'm sure we can do beautiful things in the near future.
Okay, next up is Bassinet. Massimo?
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Ryan, and thank you, Judith, for having presented this solution. You know, we really would like to understand better how the headband works and whether or not it's something that can be utilized. We are still not sure whether it's something for the first team or maybe some of the youth team. But you know, this health and safety technology could be interesting. It could also be important for us to look at potential cooperation with another one of our startups, which is the Sports Data Lab.
Okay, so Bassinet, I don't know, Clive, if you're on or if Judith's on, but congratulations. Next up, go ahead, Massimo, you want to announce the next one?
Yes, it's Benchvote. You know, again, this is affiliated with Leeds United as a mean to generate leads for our sponsors. Definitely interesting for us to see whether or not we can use this app.
Okay, Adam, I think you're in Sydney and it's pretty late at night for you, so you can turn your camera on and do you have anything to say, Adam?
Thanks, Massimo. Really excited to be hopefully working with you. Thanks again for choosing us. I really appreciate it.
Excellent. Next, Fiona.
Thank you.
Pumpjack DataWorks. Good, Massimo.
Indeed, thank you. Pumpjack is operating in an area that is definitely of interest to us. The broader, I would say, CRM space and how we can monetize first-party data. So again, this is definitely connected with our investment in Leeds United. We'd be very keen to understand whether or not we can, utilize that technology for our business and beyond.
Nick, are you on?
Yes, right here. Massimo, thank you. A great honor to work with the club, and also maybe extending things too with what we can connect with some of the 11 sports metadata on the streaming side and connecting that with the first party could be extremely exciting opportunity that we look forward to rolling up the sleeves with y'all.
Fantastic.
Back here from Texas.
Fiona, next.
There we go. Hair technology. This is again for I would say more on the 11 side. It's quite interesting. Their interactive plugins technology could be quite interesting for streaming platforms. So we definitely like to understand better how the business model could work.
Alexi, are you in Helsinki? Are you here with us? Alexi going once? It's okay.
Yeah, I am. Hey guys, and thank you.
Okay.
Really looking forward for working with you guys, and to be honest, you guys were the top prize on my list, so it's really nice to see that our date was successful. See you guys later.
All right,
Excellent.
next Fiona.
Thank you. Well, that's very topical, handy, and very handy, as the name says, particularly in the current moment in time. The business model seems particularly developed. Obviously, we have seen that their towers are available already in many places. We will, of course, need to eventually install some of this technology in the stadium. So definitely we want to understand better how handy could be helpful, particularly in our own stadium, Helen Road, for Leeds.
Anthony, you on? Turn your camera on, Anthony.
Yeah, I'm here. Massimo, thank you. Pleasure and a privilege to be picked, and super excited to be working with you and your team. So thank you.
Thank you.
Next up. Somebody can go.
Next one is again very, very topical, given that also it's around the COVID, the current situation. Again, this end-to-end solution could be very relevant to our stadium and to our players, rather perhaps. Again, we would like to work better with you and see whether or not we may be able to do something with you guys. Thank you.
Okay. Next, actually, Oren, are you on?
Yeah, should be here. Yeah, thanks, Ron. Cheers, Massimo. Looking forward to working. Obviously, worked with Hype a few times before over the last few years. So great outfit, very professional. Yeah, just looking forward to getting involved. Thanks again.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I think there might be one or two more. And just so everyone knows out there, this is going to be the largest selection. Go ahead. Massimo.
So, yes, I suspect this is Vichy, right?
Yes.
The logo. So, thanks very much for Vichy for we come up with two relevant startups, but in particular, it's FunFest. They would like to, understand whether it can help us fill some of the spaces. I mean, our stadium is definitely pretty full over the last few years, given that we've been performing well. But there is a lot of potential solution there that could be relevant to us. So very much looking forward to understanding how the business model could be relevant.
Perfect. Is there one more, Fiona, or is that it?
I think we have one more.
I was going to say thanks, man. Look forward to working together and taking watch together to the next level.
Indeed.
Is there any?
Pumpjack?
Yeah. So one more here. That is Hear Me Cheer logo.
Yes, indeed. Hear Me Cheer. That's why I was thinking it was coming out online, because I heard some cheering in the background. So this is quite a relevant technology, given that we might be both broadcasting and or be in a stadium without fans. So could be quite relevant in the short term. Looking forward to understand how this technology works, and we'll be looking to evolve our digital team on this.
Yeah, thank you very much, Massimo. We really look forward to figuring out how our technology can best fit both with Leeds United and then also with 11 Sports and getting it into some of those broadcasts that they've been doing so far.
And Massimo, I don't know if I connected the dots, but Elias is based in Toronto. I know you have a nice heart in your place for Toronto. So
great, yes, I didn't realize. So I guess whenever I go back to visit my in-laws, we can definitely do that in person. My wife's from Toronto, so.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
yeah.
So that is it for Aster. Massimo, thank you very much. We'll be in touch after this.
Didn't you miss one?
Oh wait,
I think you skipped one, no?
Did we? Who? Arjun, Alessandro, are we missing one there?
Yeah, I think there is a logo missing.
No, I think it's okay. Okay.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. There was some offline discussion that we had there, Massimo. You might not have been a part of it with Alessandro.
No, the one that Arjun just mentioned.
We finished Pumpjack, right?
Pumpjack's on there, Arjun.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to who is next.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Massimo. Thank you very much. Maka, are you on?
Yep.
Awesome. So let's move over to Tennis Australia. Fiona, is it going to work, the video, or go ahead, try to play it?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Just can't hear the sound.
No sound.
If you play, we might.
Be open to a first-time champion, an 8-time champion, a 24-time Grand Slam champion. Be open to party and staying to party. Be open to this and that and heaps of that. Definitely not that. Be open to the next generation or the once in a generation. Be open to the crowd pleasers, the crowd teasers, to drop shots, hot shots, and big shots. Be open to summer, Australian Open 2020. Be open to anything.
I love the Australian Open. It's one of the greatest events I've ever been to. Mocker, I think you're dialing in from Perth sometime late at night. I'm not sure what time it is there. You want to come on and share your screen?
Am I sharing my screen? Oh, cool.
No, not share your screen. I meant just turn your camera on. That's what I meant. Sorry. So,
cool.
Mocker, do you want to say something on Tennis Australia first before we move into the selections?
Yeah, sure. Look, first and foremost, thanks for the invite to be part of the program, Ryan. It's really cool to see a bunch of the startups or companies discussing their tech last week. It's really topical for us at the moment as we prepare for AO 2021. So it's exciting to see guys playing in some of the verticals we're really interested in. So for any of those groups that aren't featured on the slide you're about to see, feel free to reach out anytime, day or night, ping us a message, be it with Tennis Australia in mind or the Australian Open, and happy to have a conversation, regardless of where it may or may not lead.
Fantastic. All right, Fiona, let's bring on the first entry. Go ahead, Maka, you want to talk about one plan?
Yeah, one plan. Look, I really enjoyed Paul's pitch. It's an area of interest for us at the moment. We're literally dealing with the site, what it could and couldn't look like, how one plan may or may not integrate into some of our overlays, our CAD drawings, and so forth. So it's not an area that we see a bunch of technology emerging. So I'd really enjoy a follow-up conversation.
Excellent. Paul, you on with us today?
Right, Paul's not here, but I am. I'm Henry, the VP of Client Relations. And brilliant, thanks a lot. That's I've actually been talking to one of your colleagues, possibly unconnected. So yeah, really interested to talk to you more and see where it goes. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Fiona next. Fiona, there we go. Go ahead, Marco.
Yeah, pronto. Look, in that world of contactless payments and so forth, again, more and more tech coming into that marketplace. We've had our own play in that space last year, so I think it's a space that's going to, I guess, grow and attract increasing attention moving forward. So enjoy a follow-up conversation. Pronto.
Okay, I think Dave is on for Pronto. Dave, you there?
Yeah, sure am. Can you hear me okay? Awesome. Yeah, thank you very much. What an honor. We're super excited to get started and work fast and be a part of this. Thank you very much.
Perfect. I like the work fast with Pronto. That kind of goes hand in hand. Next up, Fiona, there you go.
Yeah, look, it kind of felt odd not to connect with these guys after the fact. And I know they play a few different roles in our ecosystem, developer, publisher, and so forth. But I think there's a bunch of shared learnings that we might get out of having a conversation in the coming weeks. So looking forward to it.
Excellent. Kristen, are you on?
Yes, I am. And thank you so much. We're so honored. We cannot wait to get started. So thank you so much.
Okay. Next up, Fiona. Andy, 2 in a row. Nick?
Yeah, look.
Sorry, not Nick, Anthony?
I'm here. Yeah, thank you, Nick. Super excited to be working with potentially with you guys. Can't wait to get one of the dispensers courtside and having the players and the ball boys using it. So really excited. Thank you.
Can I also say you're probably looking forward to going to Melbourne in January?
Well, the moment I can fly out there, I'll obviously fly out there. It's, yeah, let me in, basically.
Sounds good. Yeah, Australia needs a letter in. That's the issue. All right, Fiona, next. Vichy, 2 in a row as well. I know, Adam, your camera's not working that well. Would you want to say something?
Yeah, no, I mean, can't be more excited. We obviously think there's going to be an opportunity to just help you connect with fans all around the world, especially while we're in the shutdown. We're here, people can't travel. Your fan base is so dispersed. So I think it's actually a pretty unique fit with what that can offer. Really excited to get started.
Thanks, Adam. Fiona, next one. Or is that it? Oh, there we go. Marker, anything about Henry Chair you want to talk about?
Yeah, look, I guess as we move forward, as I mentioned, into planning for 2021 and facing a potential reality with stadiums not operating at full capacity, technologies like HearMeCheer are interesting to us, not just with your linear and TV broadcast in mind, but equally radio. So enjoy having a follow-up conversation with the guys at HearMeCheer.
Thank you very much, Marker. We're very excited, and we have a lot of trials and demos coming up that we would be happy to share with you and see where we can lead us.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks again, Ryan.
Marker, appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day. I think, Pat, are you back on? I know you were on and you dropped.
I'm here.
Excellent.
Yep.
I think you're going to move to the video.
Ooh.
and sound. So Matthew, this is a video for what you guys did during the Corona downtime, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. And you were able to engage your fans and keep all the fans quite happy, from those drinking PSG coffee in Japan to sunny Saint-Tropez.
Yes, we try to involve all the ecosystem of the club during the downtime. So we try some little stuff while the club was done. So yeah.
Fantastic. All right, Fiona, let's see who they picked first. The suspense is killing me.
Ooh, Futaya.
So what's that first logo at the bottom? We can't see that.
It's Futaya. The demo was pretty amazing. So can't wait to have more discussion with you guys to see how far we can go with your tech, and how potentially we could implement them within what we are currently doing. So really exciting for the coming discussions.
So Futayar, congratulations, you're on the board. Do you want to turn your camera on and say something?
Hi, Matthew.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's been really good to keep in touch, and looking forward for what we'll be building together. So thanks again.
Okay. Looks like we have Pronto up there as well. Matthew, anything quick you want to say on Pronto?
Again, as I said, we are diving into the low-touch economy, and look like Pronto can provide us with some low-touch, easier way for our fans to join the stadium, and I really want to dive into that, even if we are ongoing discussion with some of other potential partner on that. But yeah, I was pretty surprised by the tech, and when I tried. So yeah, I want to see how we can move on together, maybe.
Perfect. Dave, 2 in a row here for you. Anything from DC?
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. That's great news. We're super excited, really excited to work with PSG, and we'll be able to surprise you with some fast work out of the gate, I think. So thank you very much.
Cool. Fiona next. B-Box on the board.
Yes. I really like the idea, especially in terms of potential merchandising solutions from end to end. So the idea of our fans being able to tell them what they want in their box, to the AR activation, I like it, and so I think we will try to have some nice discussion with our chief merchandising officer and guy like that to see if there is potential business or idea to implement. Yeah.
Okay. Next. Actually, wait 1 second. Dulce or Ivan, is somebody on who wants to say something?
Yes, we are, and we just want to say thank you, and we are ready to work with PSG. Great. and merci.
All the great work you did for Benfica in the French market now.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like Handy. This is 3 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Anthony, looks like you're building something in France potentially.
Yeah, I mean, we're so excited about this. I mean, I think there's, one of the things that really excites us about PSG is the innovation when it comes to brand extension and some of the works that you're doing with sponsor partners as well. So thank you so much for shortlisting us. We are really, really excited about working with PSG. So thank you.
Fiona, next. Digital.
Yes. Again, we are producing a lot of content, and we are trying to individualize everything. But again, with the new situation, we may face some kind of number of staff lowering and so on. So I'm really excited to see how digital can help us to provide more individualized content without the need for kind of scaling our teams up and so on. So it was good.
Giovanni, welcome to the group. Put your camera on, please. Say something.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Matthew. Real happy to hear you were also one of the spots I hoped to hear and have the opportunity to show you guys what we can do and support and help you. So thanks a lot again for picking us up.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Wow. We got a neck and neck race here between Handy and Vichy. Matthew, you want to say something on Vichy?
Yeah, we are working with them for a time ago, but I'm really interested to through this sort of events, maybe to see how we can raise their tech a bit more to the top management and see how we can. So for now, we are working with them on the in the US, but I'm really interested to see if there is maybe potential shift in the way we are doing some business with them, and we can scale.
Okay, I think
so let's see.
Adam, I know you're on and you're having some trouble.
Yeah, no, man. All I can say is can't wait to work with you, Matthew. I know, like, we love PSG. For everyone that has the chance to work with them, they're a fantastic innovation organization. And I can't wait to take things to the next level beyond North American. But yeah, man, super excited. Thank you.
Cool. I think there's one more, Fiona, if I'm not mistaken.
On va le retrouver, Sean.
You hear me cheer. Again.
Yes. Perfect timing for the startup. So even if I think it's more broadcast oriented, I'm super interested to see and discuss with them and brainstorm some idea about how we could potentially implement their tech within our context for the next coming months. So let's see what's happening from our brainstorm, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, Matthew. I actually wanted to point out that actually Vichy and Hear Me Cheer have been talking about doing some sort of collaboration as well on being able to produce the audio for Vichy. So we can definitely go down that road as well. Super excited to be working with Paris Saint-Germain. It's one of the world-class organizations. So thank you very much for choosing us.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Merci bien. À bientôt. And we'll see you.
Thanks, guy.
Yep. Okay. Belgium. Manu, are you on? I think I saw you earlier.
Yes, I'm on. Hey, Ryan.
Go ahead. Let's play that, Fiona. So I've said this numerous times throughout the week. And other times, this is the #1 FIFA ranked federation in the world.
Yes, almost 2 years now.
For 2 years now. Now we just need to win a trophy.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was for the planning for this summer, but yeah, something came up.
Exactly. Next summer, and then we'll follow that up with Qatar. Double.
Hope so.
All right. So, do you want to say something to the federation, just since you are unique? I mean, first, we've heard from clubs up until this point. Just give a kind of an overview. Obviously, we just saw the video, but just explain how big your scope is and what it entails, Manu.
Yeah, we have a pretty big scope. So there's a whole new management for a bit over a year now at the Belgian Federation, and we want to move on from being a federation, which has had a, let's say, the connotation of being a ministry of sports, to a modern commercial company, you know, with commercial revenues coming in to be able to invest into our ecosystem, but also to engage with fans and to leave a legacy behind. So we want to build a digital platform that you know, in 3 years' time, when everything's done, that we can look back upon and be really proud of, and as a sort of a legacy to the people coming after us. And you know, a lot of things that have been pitched here can be really interesting as add-ons to that digital platform. So really happy to be able to give my short list here today.
Okay, fantastic. Let's get started. Fiona, let's see the first one. Bingo.
Yep.
Want to say something on full venue?
Thank you, Manu. It's an honor for us to being selected by you, a huge federation, the Belgian one. So we are looking forward to it together, and thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, next. Manu, want to say something on Pumpjack?
Yeah, Pumpjack, interesting. So they're not really, let's say, a startup. They have already been working for some clients, which I think also makes it interesting to see what they can add for us. We have a huge data lake with data in it. We're looking at solutions to, you know, enrich, extract, and whatnot, to have a sort of a middleware. So I'll be really interested to see what they can offer to our gigantic data stack to organize it and be able to make the most out of it.
Nick, anything from your side?
Yes, Manu, great honor to work with you and Royal Belgian FA. You know, again, I think we're excited. You know, your forward thinking and the large data set is a lot of grist for the mill, as they say. So we look forward to working with you and digging in. Thank you very much.
Oil is the new data. That's where the name Pumpjack comes from. I love it. Next, Fiona, let's see what the next one is. Pronto, we've heard that name before. Manu, you want to talk about Pronto?
Yeah, Pronto. Yeah, really curious. I think they have something that's a special solution. I'm still need to find out really the details about it, and it just triggered me. And of course, there's a Belgian link. One of the guys at Pronto is from Leuven. I'm from Leuven myself, so I needed to have Pronto on my list. And you two, you were there as well, so you know they had to be on the list.
There we go. Dave, do you want to speak on behalf of Leuven?
Yeah, awesome. I won't speak in the native tongue, but I've been learning some over the weekend. We're super excited to get started with you, Manu, and have a bunch of ideas already for 1895 Club. Thanks, guys.
Super.
Excellent. Next up. Stop. There's that big circle purple again. Adam or Manu, you want to say something first?
Yeah, it was very good pitch. Was really enthusiastic and convincing. And when he told me that we had to stop giving our data away to Facebook, he had me on board. So really looking forward to see what we can achieve together.
Okay.
Having to make money from all those fans, man. So I'm really excited to work together. It's the top federation in the world. Very excited to get started. Let's go.
Okay, I think there's one more, maybe two more. We'll see. Fiona? Paul, second one up. Manu, want to say something about One Plan?
Yeah, One Plan, it triggered me because it had such analytical, interesting, also starting from data to see, where should everybody sit? And it triggered me because we're gonna have games of the Nations League September, October, November, and we're gonna need to have a plan. And for now, we don't really have a plan because we're still waiting on what the government will decide. But we'll need to have something sound in place. And presentation was convincing from that perspective. So let's see where we can go.
Okay. Next, actually, Paul, you want to say something?
Yeah, great. It's Henry from One Plan here again. Paul's just joining. Paul's just about to join the call. Manu, thank you very much. We're really excited to work with you, and I was really fascinated by the work that you've been doing. So looking forward to getting involved and getting it going.
Great.
And I think there might be one more. I'm not sure. Like I said, some of this is there any more?
Yeah, should be one more.
There we go. Yeah. We've heard that one before. Let's all cheer.
Yeah, a bit the same story. We're gonna need to have a solution if the stadiums remain empty. hear me cheer. Yeah, they convinced me with their solution. The only question I had was about data, but luckily we got some comfort on that. So yeah, looking forward to explore what we can do for our Nations League games in September, October, and November.
Yeah, and Elias, want to say something?
Yeah, we're really excited to be trying to work with Royal Belgian FA, and just to be able to be put on a short list like this is quite an honor. So thank you very much, Manu. We won't disappoint.
I think just something to add there, you and Pumpjack also have kind of a joint solution, so there could be some integrations there. And I just want to say for the full venue team, for Thiago and then Nuno on his team, when I first landed in Porto, going back 86 days ago now, Nuno got in touch with me. He wanted to pitch this new concept he has called Full Venue. Had a few calls with them. It's just pretty cool that fast forward 86 days, here they are. I created an accelerator between now and not the accelerator, I created this concept between now and then. I mentioned it to them. We got them involved. They end up getting a part of this group. So I couldn't be happier. They were really looking for a client to talk to and really get their hands dirty with some data. And this could be one they can play with, so to say. So congratulations, Thiago and Nuno. I think that's it. Manu, anything else from your side?
No, really looking forward to get those meetings started and see where we can land.
Okay, let's move on to FIBA. Thank you, Manu. I don't know if they're switching here or they're switching decks, but FIBA, Frank, are you on?
Yes. Wait a second.
Maybe just
a minute. We're just switching.
Yeah, I know. You just switch. Frank, anything you just want to say in terms of describing FIBA to the audience out there, what it is, what it does as a governing body?
No, I think we did that also in the boot camps to the guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
the only thing I say is we have a different audience. So just for the audiences there today, just maybe
for the audience, of course. I mean, we look at the interest of the sport of 205 national federations and growing that sport, and in that sense, hooking up with new technology and innovations is one of our strategic pillars. It's a bit similar to what Manu said. Moving into the new world, not being a sports ministry, as he called it. I think I like that analogy. We want to be and stay at the cutting edge. I think we have the right content, the right sport for that, for sure. But we would like to also take this opportunity, Nicola and myself, to thank you guys at Hype, Ryan, Amir, but your entire team, for making this work. I can imagine it's been very, very intense, from 1,067 startups to the boot camps, through the session with 25 pitches. And I must say, after that Thursday, we all needed a few glasses of wine, I think, to
I had a few bottles actually
to recover and also to let it sink in. But it was impressive. Also, thank you to all the companies for the great energy, and all great, all amazing. You have to make a choice, and that is not easy. But we think we did that. We picked 7 that we would like to have further discussions with, and also concretely to see how we can add value to each other.
Okay, Fiona and Megan, are we ready to share? Yes, no.
And you need to see the video, because I can talk for hours, but that will not replace.
We're going to share it. Just hold on one second. She's sharing it. Problem is, these files got so big, so we broke them up into 3 or 4 sections because they kept crashing the computer with all the detail. So Fiona, you're going to share your screen?
Yes, 1 second.
Okay. So I can give a hint away. We are going to hear from a new company that gets selected in this round.
Yeah, that's true. So actually, a few different angles, I have to say. Different. It was interesting for me to listen to the the partners before us, and to listen to their choices and motivations. But
we do have a new one, that's for sure.
Yep. Fiona, how we doing there?
Yep.
It's just while the audience is waiting, after FIBA, we're going to hear from Miami Dolphins, LAFC, River Plate, the New York Islanders, the Toronto Blue Jays, and the Golden State Warriors. So it looks like FIBA is coming up here. Go ahead, just get right to it. Let's bring the first one up.
Where's the video? We have to.
Oh, yep.
Five provinces across China. Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, the big cities, and we also played in Wuhan,
I
a
was
city
gonna say that, yeah.
I didn't know so much about until recently in the world.
Okay.
Amazing city, by the way.
Yeah. Sorry about the technical glitches here. It's just something we're struggling with, but we'll work through it. And that, I know, Nikolai, you're with us as well. I just want to maybe introduce yourself for the audience and kind of your role within FIBA.
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Nicolas Chapard. I'm the head of digital at FIBA. So I'm responsible for the definition and application of the digital strategy. And obviously, as part of, having this role, technology innovation is taking a big part. So it's been, like Frank said, it's been very interesting, very insightful. And now we can't wait to announce the 7th shortlisted.
I hear your suspense. I feel it.
Would like to see the video and then reveal. By the way, Nicola is really Mr. Innovation because he's also the chairman of the innovation group at ASWAF. Those that know, it's the Olympic Summer Federation. So all the Olympic Summer Sports Federation.
Here we go.
Here we go. The video is there.
There we go.
Sound?
What a play that is! Mozambique have pulled off a shock victory. This is my house. Unbelievable! The gods have answered the prayer! Welcome to 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup Draw!
Number one.
Bang. Here we go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. World. Want it? Come and get it. Coming! It's just such a great honor to be a part of that. World, I'm Dirk. What a game. Turn to the match. You know what it is, what it does, what it is, what it is. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking the news. Kid, what a game. Struck wide, a little bit of rumble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. No, what a game. Here we go, folks. Hey, Mo. Welcome. This is the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019. What a game. Give it to them. Spread it across the country. Here we go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. We go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Okay, Fiona, let's cut it off if it's not done yet. I think it's just not over. Okay, so let's get to the selections. And I do want to say, I mean, it was really, I'm glad we did wait to get that video play. It was fantastic to see Kobe there. I know he was such an amazing ambassador for FIBA, the whole world, and the whole basketball side. I don't know what to say there. Just wanted to say something.
No, you say the right thing, Ryan, and it's fair to say that 2020 has the first part of 2020 has been a disaster for the world with COVID and now the things that have happened in the US. But from a basketball point of view, the first months of this year we lost Kobe, we lost David Stern, and we lost Borislav Stankovic, the long-term Secretary General of FIBA. So we all hope that the rest of the year and 21 are going to be more positive for us. Let's start with positive stuff. So,
okay, let's hit it, Fiona. First up, go ahead.
First up, of course, we, as basketball governing body, had to choose or want to choose a robo point guard. We would like to engage with them also to see if within the wider structure of FIBA in the so-called equipment and venue center, we can develop some business and opportunities together.
Okay, Bill, you want to turn your screen on and say something? Congratulations.
Thank you for the opportunity, Frank and the FIBA team. This is wonderful news, and we're super excited to work with FIBA, such a wonderful organization. Can't wait to get started.
Okay,
sounds good.
Yeah. What's
our second choice, or the second one to come up, is One Plan. We've seen them before being selected. Our events and planning team would like to engage with One Plan to better understand, and not only in view of COVID-19, but also events beyond this phase.
Thanks very much, Frank. Really looking forward to working with you. I was playing basketball with my daughter this morning, so I was hoping you would say you would give us the yes. So I'll be back out when this is finished playing basketball again with her. So looking forward to working with you and your team.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, next.
Vigital, we have also selected Vigital. This is probably one where Nico can give more details, but we will do that in the follow-up sessions. I mean, we use some similar technology at the moment, but would like to see if this technology can bring us a step further. We would like to see if we can bring, if there's an opportunity to bring Vigital beyond the German borders.
Perfect. Giovanni, second selection. Congratulations. Anything to say?
Yeah, thanks a lot. Very important to us here, as we already worked with some basketball. But as you said, Frank, it could be the opportunity to step out of Germany and support you guys also to do more amazing stuff. Thanks a lot again, really.
Great.
Okay. Next.
Yeah, this is this we have been hearing and cheering for before. Hear me cheer. Also, this is an opportunity, the technology would like to explore concretely if we can do something in view of events later this year. Basketball Champions League Final 8, and some other events. So look forward to better understand the opportunity to cooperate.
Thank you very much, Frank. I appreciate the selection, and we are going to focus on how we can sort of use this to get basketball back to as close to normal as possible across the whole world. So I'm excited about this.
Thank you.
Next.
Yes. Alexei, this has been, we've seen it also before. Very interested to see if we can find, gaming revenue opportunities that were presented as I think as the last pitch on Thursday. So the moment when we definitely needed more fresh mind to engage, but we're looking forward to that opportunity.
Okay, is there one more?
Thank you, Frank. And I have to say one thing for the Frank also, like in my top 3, you guys were there. I'm a basketball guy, so needed to make this happen. Thanks, guys. See you later.
Thank you, Alexei.
Thank you, Alexei, from up in Helsinki.
Should have 2 more, I think. No?
2 more, yep, go ahead. There's one. Foot AR?
Yes. Foot AR, which we are interested in the augmented reality, and would like to see if there is an opportunity so that they have to change the name of their company and to take the foot out and think about the more intelligent people that play with their hands.
Foot AR? Are you excited, FIBA?
Yes, I am. Thanks so much. And yeah, we'll have to redesign the logo, but I'm sure we can make it.
Excellent. And Frank, I think you thought there was one more. Is there one more here?
I have one more on my list.
Yeah. Fiona?
No, that's all we had written down. But
Okay.
feel free to name the last one.
Yeah, with the mystery named, and we also had Bleacher on our list.
Okay. We'll add that.
So Krista is there, not with the logo, but we've seen the logo before. We would like to have a conversation to see firstly the experience from, let's say, one tennis, one baseball, one college, and in the vertical, if there is something of one basketball there, but also the separate plugins. I think CrowdView, PlayerCast to better understand those.
Okay. Apologies for that.
You just made my day. I'm so excited. Our entire team is so excited. Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, FIBA, thank you. Frank, Nicola, thank you very much. If Christian's joined, Kim, if you don't mind, Christian has a hard stop. We're running a little bit behind. Christian and I are just going to talk. We're not going to actually hit the Dolphins right now. If you can just move to the.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, it's more Fiona. Okay, there's a little bit of technical things here. Can you just move to the LAFC? I know you don't have any selections. Just put the LAFC logo up if you can. I think we have a slide for it. Oh, that's not going to work. Don't worry about it. Just leave the Dolphins. Don't do anything. Christian, we can just talk.
Yeah,
before we
how's it
do
going?
anything. So, Christian, thank you very much for joining us. I know you had a tough morning this morning. We just squeezed in some time. So, we talked on Friday night. We gave away some hints, so to say, of who you might be choosing.
Yeah.
Why don't you just announce them right now, and then we'll just let them say something.
Yeah, so we are real excited about COVID Sportbot.
COVID Sportbot.
Yeah.
Oren,
Ryan, Paddy Power here. I'm gonna speak on behalf of COVID Sportbot. Oren's actually being a doctor at the moment, so actually fixing people, which is probably slightly more important. But just thank you very much, Christian. It's a great honor for us, and we really look forward to working with you. Football is something that's going to be a very important part of our strategy going forward. So we're glad you're interested in what we do, and hope we do some good things together.
and I will say it's not just LAFC. They're talking to that other football team across the city for you as well. We won't mention any names.
The noisy neighbors, is it?
All right, Christian, what's next?
Thank you. What's that?
Well, what's next? Because we didn't get yours real time, so we don't have the slide built for you. After COVID, what's your next one?
The next one that we're really interested in is B-Box.
B-Box.
Which we talked about Friday as well.
Yeah. Congratulations, Dulce. This is your second one, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you, and we are happy to work with LAFC. We are ready already. We are already ready for you.
Awesome. Exciting.
Thank you.
I think they might fly to the U.S. before I do, Christian. They might get out of Portugal.
We are there for the first plane that launches from Portugal.
Oh.
Christian, next up.
Those are my two.
Okay, there we go. So let's move on to Kim. Let's go back to the Dolphins. I know you might need to do some things there, Fiona. So let's just take a break for a second. Kim, if you want to just say something.
Yes, excited to be here at this stage in the game. I do have 6 organizations that we've selected, so I'm actually really eager for you to see our hype video too. So hopefully that play out goes well, and then we'll talk about the 6 selections. I did want folks to know, for those who weren't chosen, a big reason for most of those is that we already have programs in place or in development that we're not looking to move away from at this time. And really, this was about enhancing fan experience or initiatives for us. So just hopefully that provides some insight for the group.
Okay, and just to clarify, Kim, so I don't make sure we don't play the wrong video. Did we get one sent over, or were you using the one that I had suggested, or did your?
I did send one over. I did send one over. It was via Dropbox link a little bit ago, so hopefully you all got that.
Don't know if they did or didn't. Let me just ask Fiona real time. If not, we just have to skip it just because it might not be in there. Fiona, do you have that? Can't hear you, Fiona.
Of the Dolphins?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
sent it, the one they just sent over, not the one we had from yesterday.
I would need to check with Megan.
Yep. So Kim, maybe you can just speak a little bit about how the NFL is coming back, what the NFL is the plan, and are they starting to practice down there in Miami?
Not practice just yet. We are looking at our phase 2. Our coaching staff has started coming back now with all of the the questionnaire, temperature check upon arrival, 6 feet distance, all of the things that I think everyone's come to expect. And then we'll be preparing for the player, what is affectionately called phase 2, how players come back and what policies we'll need to review. So the league sent us some documentation yesterday that I'm still going over, but it's progress, steps in the right direction.
Okay.
And then we are getting ready. We've got this week for the Dolphins, we have a 5,000 role models event, which is a task force where the police are mentors for young Black and Hispanic males in the South Florida area. So that will be happening at the stadium this week, as well as a graduation ceremony. So we're starting to get back to business as well.
Any word yet on putting fans in the stands?
Officially, no. We're gonna have our drive-in movie theater, and then we'll have our socially distant outdoor theater that will be debuting later this month. So that's the plan right now. But there are contingencies for all possible scenarios at this point. And really, I think as you will hear some of the picks that I've made, is about if we can't have a full stadium, how do we really make a great game day at home?
Got it. Okay, let's just see. Fiona, I don't think we had, so I think that video came in. I think they're looking for it right now, and they're about to play it, if I'm not mistaken.
And if they can't, that's fine. It was just a lovely highlight of our off season and what's been going on around here. It was about a minute long.
Okay. Fiona, any update on that?
Yes. Is it 1 minute and 5 seconds long?
That sounds correct. Yes.
Okay, good. Well then, I'll share my screen.
Here we go.
Yes, this is it.
Perfect.
Love what the Miami Dolphins did. Yeah. All right, guys, thank you for joining us. What was it about Frank Flores and the Dolphins that caused you to be here? Hey, Dolphin fans, I'm Jonathan Jimmy, and welcome to our virtual pre-draft show presented by Bud Light Seltzer. Just so you know, I'm good. You're gonna need a crew as nuts as you are. What do you got in mind? By the way, I need like somebody to look at. Shout out to
All right, it looks like some phenomenal fan engagement there with a lot of selections.
It's pretty abandoned. Shall I move on?
All right, it looks like this is going to buffer a little bit. Fiona, let's just cut this. I mean, we got to see it. We got the feel of it.
Yep.
Miami's a celebrity-driven city. You get the benefit, just like Christian does in LA, of getting a lot of people down there. So let's bring up your selections. We'll talk through them. Get that up in 1 second. Here we go. All right, Fiona, let's hit the first one. Bottom hand corner.
Yeah, first one is Bleacher, and really liked what I saw from the initial CrowdView Live offering and feature set, and I'm eager to explore more about that feature set and how it could be applied to our various business units.
Kristen.
Kim, we're so excited and so honored to get a chance to work with you and your team. We already love working with you with Miami Open, and just so we do so much for the Dolphins as well. So thank you so much. We're honored.
Hey.
Next one is the Vici Fan Fest. I really think this is,
so we have these a little out of order. So let's just
that's all right. We'll announce Pronto then. So Pronto, their ascot use case may be applicable to multiple business units for Hard Rock Stadium as well, and providing us more lead generation. So we're curious to explore that that avenue.
If I'm counting correctly, I think that's 3 or 4 for Pronto. Dave, say something again. DC there?
Yeah, awesome. Thank you very much, Kim. We're super excited to get to work with you. Lots to do, I think, for the partners especially, and then also for the fan experience at home. Let's just put our Boston-Miami rivalry aside for this one as a former Boston guy and find a way to work well together, okay?
It may not be a rivalry anymore. Let's
yeah.
It's an old one. Thank you.
There might be a new rivalry in Florida, though, for you.
Well, maybe at the Super Bowl. Fiona, if you want to advance the next one, that way I can make sure I speak in correct order. Okay, I think this is our Vici Fan Fest, and how the platform could potentially be leveraged for member engagement and exclusive content for game day and the home scenario was what made this platform interesting for us.
Kim, we cannot be more freaking excited. We're so excited to work with you. We know it is such a set of hurdles working with any NFL team. So we're really, really excited. You'll be the first, and can't wait to just roll up our sleeves and delight Dolphins fans all over the world. Thank you.
Great. The next 3 are really organizations that I want to have more input from the rest of the Dolphins. SportsMe is up there. I think our marketing and social team will be really intrigued to hear more from the SportsMe folks, and excited to make that introduction.
I don't know if Derek's on or Jeff's on. Either you guys on? I don't know. Give you a couple seconds.
Yeah, here and noisy. Excited to be potentially working with you guys on some cool stuff, and apologies for children yelling in the background. It's breakfast time.
Understood. All right,
All right.
Fiona, next one. Great. Flash plays. Again, this is another platform that I'm really excited to have our marketing and social teams take a look at. I think there's a lot of promise here, and it could be a great use case for our organization.
Hey, thank you, Kim. I'm a Patriots fan. My co-founder is a Bills fan, so this is going to be a fun AFC East conversation. I love the Dolphins. I'm really excited to get involved, and thank you so much.
Great. And then the last one is an introduction I'm looking forward to making as well for the operations and guest experience team, and that is Handy. I did like that we could monitor the levels and replace as needed, and make sure that we didn't have any gap in service for our fans. So that introduction will be made as well.
Anthony,
thank you so much. That's unbelievably excited. We're thrilled to be talking to you guys, and super excited to be potentially working with Miami Dolphins. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. It's been a fun ride, and I'm looking forward to the next 5 weeks with this group.
Fantastic. Kim, thank you very much. Great selections there. And just to comment, that was the first time on the board for Flash Plays and Sports Me. So congratulations for making it to the next round. Obviously, Handy and Vichy, we've heard a lot from you guys already. So kind of neck and neck there in the lead. Let's move on. Is River Plate Juan, are you on? Thank you, Kim.
Hi, Ryan. How are you? I'm here.
Excellent. So Juan down in Argentina. Want to say something about River before we hit the video? Just give it a little intro.
I could say something after the video.
So let's play the video.
Yep. 1 second.
I could meanwhile thank you all, guys, for all the job you did. I know it was a tough week. It was for everyone. So congratulations for everyone to making this. It was amazing. Our first experience in this kind of events, and hope it's not the last one, since we found many interesting things that could be done with new challenges and opportunities.
Fantastic. Let's hit play there, Fiona. So this is River Plate. Maybe hit the volume up there a little bit, Fiona, if you can. Obviously, there's a little bit of latency in the Zoom call here, so apologies for some of the sound not coming through, but we can get the point. And it's good to point out here that you are also a basketball club, not just a football club.
Yeah, we have more than 30 different sports in a club. So we are mainly known because of our soccer football team, but there's also a social club that it's really big.
Can we just go on the record and possibly say you're the #1 football club in South America? Would you say that one?
Of course.
There you go.
And now that we have at least 10 more fans, for sure.
There we go. Okay, let's bring up the list. Let's see who they selected. Bear with us 1 second. And let's go.
Okay. Here we go.
B-Box. Juan, you want to say something about B-Box?
Yeah, it's first time we get into AR. So hopefully we can move forward with them. There are many cool things to do together.
Excellent. Dulce, do you want to say something? I think this is #3 for you, if I'm not mistaken.
I look forward to tango in River Plate Beach. No, thank you very much, Juan. Thank you.
You're missing the jersey. Now you have
Yes,
to get
I
it.
am. I need to go there and get one.
Next up. Seen that purple again, Adam? Or Juan, you want to say something about Vichy?
It's great moment for Vichy, especially since we know that for the next couple of games we won't be having fans, but also because we're trying to involve people abroad. So this will be a great platform for them to watch parties together.
Perfect. Next, Adam, still there?
Juan, yeah, and I was gonna say, Juan, muchas gracias. We can't be more excited to help River Plate take over the world in terms of reaching all your fans. I know just in New York City there are tons. So no, man, I'm very excited. Thank you so much.
Okay, next. The maze. We started off with the maze and back on the board. Juan, anything about a maze?
Yeah, I had it last in the last of my list, but I think that it's a great moment for our sponsors to find a new place where to be shown and obviously to make people interact. So pretty sure we can make amazing things together.
Okay.
Amazing thing together, and really for the pick, and you won't be disappointed. Your fans will appreciate what we'll do together for them, and your sponsors as well. Thank you.
Okay. Next up. Juan, you want to say something about full venue?
Yeah, we have a great challenge here when stadiums are going back to be crowded. So as I said, we have a guy that is like a specialist on tickets, but he found really interesting this platform or tool in order to engage more fans.
Tiago, something to say?
Yes, muchas gracias, Juan. Nos encanta poder trabajar con River Plate. Thank you very much. It's an honor for us. We'll do our best to help you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Next, Fiona. Sports me. Juan and Derek, anything to say, Juan?
Yeah, I found this a great idea, so would love to start like dipping into it.
Okay, Derek.
Cool, awesome. Look forward to talking to you. I know you have a lot of stuff going on there, and there's a lot of stuff we can do. So thank you.
Okay, I think that's it. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
That's it.
Juan, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We'll be in touch later this week. Next up, if they're on, is Jamie? Are you on from the Islanders? Let me see here. Don't see Jamie. Is Anthony on from the Toronto Blue Jays?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. While we're waiting for Jamie, Fiona, maybe just take the screen offline and forward on to the Blue Jays, and we can take care of them. You're able to do that. I know it's a pretty big file and it's messed up. Are you able to work with us there, Fiona, on that? Okay, hold on. Right, so it's just loading on our computer. Just hold on 1 second. Anthony, while we're waiting, do you want to speak about, just give us an overview, maybe the Blue Jays for the audience out there, and more importantly, is there any update on when baseball is coming back?
Well, not yet. I think we're still waiting. The league and the Players Association are still negotiating. So hopefully things will start getting some direction this week. But like every fan out there, we're all eager for baseball to start. And we're just waiting like everyone else, and hopefully they can come up with an agreement, and we can get some baseball back and getting fans excited about watching this great sport.
Excellent. Just out of curiosity, with the NBA really moving forward and NHL, everything's taking place, do you feel personally like there's more pressure on right now? Is there even a box stop? Like, do we have to have something done by next Friday, if not the season's off, or what's your kind of gut feeling there?
They haven't announced anything. I guess it's pretty fluid with the number of games that they're trying to fit in. I think really what the hope is to make sure that we're not playing the playoffs too late into the year. Just in the event that if there is another wave, that we don't want to shut down postseason. But so far there hasn't been an official announcement that there is a date set. But you have to imagine that you start working the schedule, you got a bit of a spring training again to start up again to get players stretched out and ready to go, and then get a season to start. This isn't something that can last until August. So it's obvious that something's got to be done in the next few weeks to be able to salvage something reasonable.
Okay. Let me just do a quick check. Fiona, how are we doing on bring up the Blue Jays? And just skip the video. Just go right to the presentation for the Blue Jays. Yeah, Megan, go ahead. Try to share yours. I think Fiona's got a little bit of trouble there. Bring that up. Okay. Yeah, and just for us working through the tech here, it's first time, so we're actually not gonna. We don't need to play the video. Just go right.
There's not much of a video. It's just a nice little logo loop.
Exactly. It's a nice logo. And Anthony, maybe I think part of the issue is you have these promo videos, but you're not allowed to release them yet because the season's not there yet, and kind of in a holding.
And a lot of the really good ones that we have are really for in stadium only, because that's where the license is for the music. So we can't release them online.
Yeah. So Meg, I don't know if we have a fast forward this, just get to the end of it, but we could just move on. There we go. All right, so let's bring it. Looks like we got the first one already up there. So Anthony, you want to talk about one plan? And Paul, if I'm not mistaken, this is either 3 or 4 for you. I'm not keeping track on my side, but Anthony.
Yeah, when I shared the list with our leadership team, one plan was one that jumped out at them as being something that could definitely help us with our event planning, as well as when we saw some of the additional features there around being able to sort of maximize placements using ticket manifest. That too is, I think, a very intriguing feature within the product. So it's something that we'd very much like to learn more about and work with one plan to learn about their solution.
Paul?
Thanks very much. Yeah, great privilege to be able to work with you. Yeah, and there's many more features than I was able to show in the 5 minutes, which I think could be of real benefit. So yeah, we've probably got a lot more things we can excite you about as well, I hope. So really looking forward to working with you. Thank you.
Okay. Can you bring up the next one, Megan? I know you're having a little bit of computer issues. Let's see if the next one comes up. There we go. Anthony, want to comment on Bebox?
Bebox Sports, I think, was something that really intrigued me on the AR side. I see a lot of potential of being able to do things with our marketing folks in that space with the tool set that's there, and something I'd like to explore a little bit more, and then see if we have the ability to work with them in Major League Baseball to bring that in with our corporate, not corporate, our league app. So it's just a very, very intriguing, and I definitely can see some potential there, especially when it sort of moves away from more of the animated players and being able to use more real images. That I think will really be able to push that over the edge. So definitely am interested in learning more about Bebox Sports.
Fantastic. Dulce, was there anything about Toronto?
Thank you. We look forward to do home run with Blue Jays.
Okay, next up, Megan. There, Handy back on the board. And Tony, you want to say something? Or both Anthony's, I guess. Anthony, you want to go first from Toronto?
I think Handy is something where I think there's definitely a need right now. I see a definite benefit in those being able to even sponsor the podiums are going to be a great opportunity for us. So definitely want to learn more about the product and potentially even and go further than just hand sanitizers to see where things can go within a connected stadium environment. So very excited to be able to work with Andy on that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Anthony, it's first and foremost it's a pleasure to be working with an Anthony. First and foremost, it's hugely exciting for us to be working with the Blue Jays. I think there's a lot of scope in relation to the way in which we can use some of the core IoT technology in kind of sanitization in areas that we'd love to kind of chat through what's going on behind the curtain. So super excited to be working with you, and thank you for picking us.
I just want to talk about this one specifically because when Anthony gave me his list of challenges, he said, I want to find an IoT sanitizing solution. And when I told Anthony from Handy, the Blue Jays specifically asked for an IoT sanitizing solution, and he's like, well, that's exactly what we have. So Anthony, you asked for it. I checked that box. And I couldn't be happier for this one.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, next up for the Blue Jays. Bleacher, again, Kristen or Anthony, you want to say something first? Then we can hear from Kristen.
Bleacher was one that was very intriguing. I think just looking at it's a very mature product, and it had a lot of flexibility in that we could sort of pick and choose what we can but potentially leverage. So something that I really want to bring them closer to our folks at marketing, and then see what opportunities may lie with Major League Baseball and getting some integrations going there. But I think just with the breadth of options there was what made it a very intriguing choice for me.
Okay.
Thank you so much, honey. We love Jays and be wearing my Blue Jays cap the rest of the summer. So thank you so much. We're really excited. There are so many solutions that we have that we can help you with. So can't wait to dig in and start working.
Obviously, you have a legacy up there in Toronto with the Rogers Cup and everything else you do. So there's already some history in Canada with Bleacher. Okay, I think there's one or two more, Anthony. How many more do you have? Like two maybe? Megan, yep, there we go. Emaze. David, I think this is your third one. Go ahead, Anthony.
Emaze was one that was really intriguing. I think another platform in which to potentially engage our fans, and one that I need to bring them with closer to our marketing folks to really see what the potential is there. But I think from the initial presentation, it was very intriguing, and one where I want to dig deeper in with them. But there's definitely some potential there.
Okay, thank you. David from Mace.
Thank you. We're really excited. Together we'll make Canadian smile even more if that's possible.
Okay. You got me to smile on that one. All right, let's see if there's one. Anthony, do you have one more? Do you know? I don't remember.
No, I think that was it.
Okay. Anthony, thank you very much. Look forward to the Blue Jays. Look forward to kicking some of these sessions off. Great group there. All right, let's go on to, is Jamie, did you join? Thank you, Anthony.
Hi.
Jamie, are you on?
I'm here.
Excellent. I don't know if they had time to download the video in time. We're doing a lot of stuff real time here, so we might just skip it for the sake of timing, unless you tell me it's some amazing video that we have to watch.
I have a video, and I defer to you. I can shoot it over to you. I just got it.
Yeah, no, I just saw it. Don't know if the girls had a chance to download it yet. for the sake of time, actually, we only have one more in the Warriors. Fiona, any luck to download that? And then Jamie, while they're looking, maybe you could just give us an overview, because there's a lot of people watching out there. This is not just the startups. Tell us a little about Belmont Park, a little about hockey, maybe how hockey's coming back. Tell us a little bit about the Islanders.
Awesome. So let's start with hockey. We are getting ready for playoffs. The players are coming back to do their training, which is really exciting. We are getting ready for a 24-team playoff series. That's never really been done before. It's always been a format. So it's thing to see expanded format, I guess. Looking at the opportunities of a virtual playoff series, right? 24 teams facing off, extra opportunities, but mostly the opportunity is from the fans' couch. So we're excited about that. In terms of Belmont, we're very excited about what it's going to bring. It's really the intersection of boutique hospitality and live entertainment, and that's quite unique. We've identified upwards of 100 elements that will define this arena and make it special, and that's something that we're very proud of. It also shows the degree to which we're willing to go to make our arena that much more impactful, that much more exciting for our fans, and really drive home our customer, drive home that experience for our customer, right? That's the number one.
Yeah.
That's really the number one place that we're looking to be right now, is in the hearts of our customer. How do we give them the best experience possible? And that's really why we're here. And I think we've seen a lot of that from every company in this accelerator. All the solutions are amazing. All of them are customer focused and very realistic, and will really drive great things in the organizations that they partner with. So thank you for participating.
Okay, excellent. So the ladies there are just trying to download the video and see who's going to whoever gets it first. Excuse me. I think they were both trying. I don't know, Fiona or Megan, if one of you want to go and try to play that.
Yeah, the video of the Islanders I don't have.
Okay.
It didn't download. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, I think Megan had it. Megan, did you say you have it?
I had it, and then my computer shut down. Unfortunate. Series of unfortunate events.
It's okay. Can somebody
It's all good.
Yep. Fiona, do you have the Islanders to just put up who they select?
I can share the slideshow.
Yep. Let's do the slideshow.
Mm-hmm.
Get it ready for the rose ceremony, Ryan?
Excuse me? What was that?
You're getting ready for the rose ceremony? The Islanders rose ceremony?
Oh, yeah, it's coming. Here we go. When I told Jamie this concept, she's like, this sounds just like The Bachelor. I'm like, that's the whole idea. This is a reality show where people move forward and people are getting thrown off the island. So let's see who can move forward here. So first up, go ahead, Fiona. Go ahead, Jamie, you want to talk about Pronto?
Yeah, we were really impressed with the ease to ID customers with the solution where you tap on the point of sale. I watched the demo in the sheet. It's a huge challenge for arenas, is how do you ID the customer? It's a pain point. And I thought that this solution was a great mechanism to make it easier for the customer to get the rewards that they should sign up for, but ultimately are not inclined to because of the amount of work it takes to sign up. So that's what intrigued me.
Dave, this is 4 or 5 for you now.
Awesome. Yeah, super exciting. I'm pumped to be able to work with the Islanders again as a client. And I would say the Belmont experience starts now, right? It starts at home. And we're totally excited to be a part of that. So thank you very much, Jamie.
Thank you.
Next up, V-Box on the board again.
It blew me away with the different applications of V-Box. Looking at things like merch drops, linking physical with digital through a merch drop with a bobblehead that connects to AR, the ability to do portals, the ability to link the players in. It was an amazing product and it blew me away. I see a lot of, and I don't want to run them off one by one, I see a lot of use cases that I'd love to flesh out further.
Dos.
Oh, thank you, Jamie. We are looking forward to put your new and great arena on augmented reality, so we can showcase to Islander fans and not only, also outside of USA.
Amazing. Thank you.
Sorry, Ryan?
I said, how much do you know about ice hockey?
I'm going to learn a lot, everything.
Great answer. Great answer. Next up, it looks like that is Handy again. Want to comment on Handy?
New arena. We're obviously going to have plans to put in hand sanitizer. Next generation of custom hand sanitizers seems to be a natural fit for a new arena. We don't have to rip and replace anything, something we're already going to get. And so this is a great place to have a conversation about what it could look like. That's the way I saw it.
Ooh. Anthony.
I cannot say how thrilled we are to be kind of selected in this group. I love the Islanders. I'm a fan. I actually visited the Barclays Center last time I was in New York. I'm signed up as a member, so I'm thrilled. And thank you so much for picking us.
Thank you for being a fan.
Anthony, do you know when they last won their championship?
I don't,
okay.
but I'm I try and catch the games in the UK whenever I can, and as I say, the last time I was in New York, it was a brilliant experience going to the Barclays Center, and it was wonderful to see the Islanders play. So yeah, super excited.
Maybe what was that saying? I think it's called the Drive for Five, something like that.
The Drive for Five. So we our last Stanley Cup was 1983, and we're pushing for number 5, which would be welcome addition to Belmont. Going on in August when hopefully the playoffs come back.
And Belmont looks amazing. Is there a kind of ETA for when you're actually looking to get it open now? Has it been pushed back with what's happened with COVID-19?
The current timeline is still game number 1 in the 2021-22 season. So we're still pushing for that fall open. That's where we're at, and we're getting there.
I will say, Anthony, if you're really excited, you can go to the Islanders website, and there's a live cam on the stadium being built as we speak. I was actually watching it today to see how hard they're working. There's people moving as we speak. It's a live video cam, 24/7 of the stadium being built. Pretty cool idea you guys did. I don't know who came up with that, but just showing that whole stadium being built, and you can watch it in a time lapse as well up until now. It's really cool. Yeah. Next up.
Yeah.
Drum roll.
Oh, we got a drum roll.
Yeah, sports me. Go ahead.
Anyone who's familiar with the Islanders fans can resonate with the fact of how passionate we are and how these conversations are happening in great detail and length on other platforms. So the concept of being able to potentially have a direct relationship with said platform and control the debate to a certain extent, and to host those debates is really exciting. It's probably low-hanging fruit for us.
Yeah. Derek, I think this is number 3 for you.
Yeah, excited. Big personal hockey fan. Grew up loving the Canadians. Unfortunately, the great Patrick Waugh. So, what wasn't on the East Coast, and my one regret in life is I couldn't play hockey growing up because the closest rink was an hour away. But looking forward to getting to know you guys.
I'm from Montreal, so I can appreciate the Canadians reference.
There you go. I didn't realize that. We have another Canadian besides Anthony McCune. Okay, next up. Richie, back on the board again. Jamie.
Again, virtual events, anything to do with those platforms are really relevant to us. It's a growing topic, and it's a growing part of our plans in the current landscape, and it's helpful to kind of figure out how we can take a bigger ownership in Zoom.
Excellent.
Hey, super excited. Honestly, even in like the 10, 15 seconds before the call, when I just briefly showed what I was saying, and then you're like, yeah, it makes sense. And then you then went on to talk about all the virtual events you're already doing and kind of hacking together with Zoom. Super excited, Jamie. Thank you, and look forward to anything to come.
Yeah, our CTO is hoping to lose the title of Master of Zoom these days.
Master of Vichy doesn't quite have a good ring to it, but we'll deal with that later. All right, next up. Oh. We're enhancing the customer experience here with some live cheering.
Yeah.
Hear me cheer.
Makes perfect sense for our playoff format being digital. We want to bring the arena experience to the fans' living rooms. What better way?
Awesome. Elias.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jamie. Growing up near Toronto, diehard hockey fan, Leafs fan though. But I'm sure we can get past our differences about Montreal versus Toronto. But I think our product is going to work really well for the Islanders, and super excited to be working together.
Elias, you could probably help us on our cheering little clip there as well. I'm sure that can be enhanced. Okay, Jamie, I think that's it for you, Jamie, correct?
I think we had one more. I think we had fan-wide for the AI crowd detection. And
the crowd comply.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't know if we missed that, but we can, Simon, if you're on.
All good if it was missed. But yeah, another one. I think that some of their service was slightly similar to the Vichy. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But the AI crowd detection is highly interesting, and not sure what the competition is between those two. But we see it; they do different things, and not looking to stir any pots.
The crowd complies a different product, so that's absolutely fine. Yep. So Simon, if you're on.
Yes. Hey, Jamie, this is great news. Thank you so much. Very excited to work with you guys on the new stadium tech. Not just in the stadium, but all around the whole park area. We think we can bring something great. So looking forward to diving into it with you guys. Thank you.
And Simon, just to comment, I think we missed it earlier, but I know Mock and I were going to tell you offline. Tennis Australia also picked you for the comply. For the
awesome. Well, that's great news as well. Even better to hear that.
Yeah, so we waited to give you the best news at the end to give you.
You had me worried, saving me for so long here. So thank you so much.
Yep. Okay. Jamie, thank you very much. Best of luck to the Belmont Center being opened and the season coming back. Looking forward to this tournament. It's going to be phenomenal. It's almost going to be must-see ice hockey. Have the venues been announced yet? The two cities that they're going to play these in?
I'm not sure. It may have been announced over the weekend, maybe not. I don't know.
Okay. And thank you for your interview on Friday. Any plans to go back to New York City anytime soon, or who's going to get back there first, you or me?
I'm like plastered to the couch in Florida right now. They're going to have to evict me from here at this point.
I would say I'm plastered here to the ocean here, the Atlantic and Portugal as well. So we'll see what happens. All right, Jamie, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day. Daniel, are you on?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Awesome. Thank you, Daniel. You can put there you are. We've been moving some things back and forth between the ladies. I don't know who's okay, here we go. Did you get the video, or we just want to skip over it? I don't know.
We can probably skip over it.
Yeah, let's skip it.
Right, we have the video. I'll just I can switch it.
Okay, hold on 1 second. So what's going on there in San Francisco today, Daniel?
Not a whole lot. Exciting news last week with both the NBA and the Players Association voting to restart the season. So we're very excited that the NBA is back. We're not one of the teams that will be playing, which is fine, but I'm just excited to have some basketball on TV again.
Yeah, exactly. All right, looks like we're going to play this here.
Yeah, we are going to play it. All right.
Yep, looks like it's coming.
It's time, Bill Jason. It's going down right now. Lights out. He's over here, you can stay over there. Cause this is revolution mixed with execution. We ain't staying over here. I'm the leader of the pack. I'm here where you at. Set the flame like match. I will fight back. I'm the leader of the pack. I'm here where you at. Set the flame like match. I will fight back. Look away. I will fight back. I'm the leader of the pack. I'm here where you at. I'm the leader of the pack. I'm here where you at.
Excellent. Excellent. Apologies for a little bit of the lag there and some technical difficulties, but phenomenal video, and we definitely got the gist of it.
Yep, an arena intro video that we played this last season.
Phenomenal. And maybe you say something about the Chase Center, Daniel, so that we do have a live audience here. Just, you know, there's a lot of people out there watching from all over the world, let's imagine. Anything about the Chase Center you want to say? And maybe, is there a concert going to come back first, or what's kind of the plan to bring the stadium back itself?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a lot is still up in the air right now, so nothing tentative. A few shows have been rescheduled that were supposed to happen in 2022 to 2021. So it looks like we'll have a few shows next year, but all of that, as I'm sure you can imagine, all these tours are being rescheduled, and there's a lot happening. But it will be very exciting when we're able to welcome fans back to Chase Center.
I go on record and say the first game back at the Chase Center might be the Lakers-Warriors on Christmas Day to open up the NBA.
We'll see about that.
You guys have a great team next year, and I actually think the NBA might open on Christmas, so it'll be awesome if it does. Obviously, that's the biggest day in the calendar throughout the year. All right, well, let's bring up the first one. Fiona, I think you're running this. You want to bring it up? All right. Daniel, want to talk about Hear Me Cheer?
Yeah, so obviously, you know, big conversation happening across the entire sports industry without having, you know, fans in the building is how can we replicate that fan experience? And so really excited to learn more about Hear Me Cheer and see, you know, how it could potentially work with what we're trying to do at Chase Center.
Yeah. Elias.
Yeah, that sounds great. Looking forward to it. And I know we're trying to, you know, we're trying to do some deals with NBA teams for the playoffs as well. So, you know, we might have some really good test cases we can share with you.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to hearing the cheering while the playoffs are going on. And maybe, let me rephrase that. Maybe, Daniel, you and I can both cheer when the Sixers win. You can adopt a new team.
I don't know about that, Ryan.
Next up. Andy.
This one seems like a pretty big crowd favorite. I think for obvious reasons, as we think about, you know, our venue coming out of COVID, the health and safety of our fans is going to be the number one priority. And so really excited to learn more about Handy and see, you know, how it could potentially integrate into the overall guest experience in terms of the health and safety and well-being of not all just fans at Warriors games and at Chase Center events, but for staff, players, everyone who, you know, we want to make sure that we take care of and make sure that they're safe. So excited to learn more about this one.
Anthony.
Guys, thank you so much. I mean, we're thrilled. I think there's huge potential in terms of what we can do. You know, with the whole idea of working with world-class brands who really value protecting their customers and creating a fluid premium customer experience. It fits at the DNA of everything that we're doing. So super excited to be working with you guys. Thank you so much for selecting us.
Just out of curiosity, Anthony, I have a question for you, and I don't know if it's even feasible. Well, I know it's feasible, but I don't know the effort or the cost. When they have a different concert, a different Friday, let's say the Rolling Stones are in there, could you just wrap a new wrapper around that thing and put Rolling Stones and rebrand it, whoever that sponsor of the Stones is or somebody? How easy is that?
So absolutely. It's ludicrously easy. So ultimately, there's an artwork template that means that any local production agency can go in and do that. We're already doing that in scenarios like Heathrow in London and shopping malls in the UK. The totems take less than 6 minutes to wrap. So that can be done in venue. So you could literally rebrand an entire network for a sponsor or a brand partner custom to that event happening within a matter of hours in a stadia on-site environment, and completely rebrand the technology to suit that commercial or event partner.
I think it was back right before they opened, it was October-ish, Daniel gave me a tour of the Chase Center. So I've been in some of those corporate suites, venues. I can still envision in my head, I can see these handy things potentially everywhere in the stadiums. I think there's definitely a massive opportunity there. All right, move on to the next one. We've seen this one before.
Yep, another crowd favorite seems like. If you guys remember during my presentation, I think it was last week, I talked about what we had been doing with our Warriors Archive series on Facebook Live. So this has been obviously very much top of mind for us as we're creating a bunch of live content. What are the platforms that can make sense for us to publish that content and just continue to engage with our fans, knowing that we're not going to have games in Chase Center anytime soon, at least. And so excited to explore this one a bit further as well.
Awesome. Daniel, I think that's it for you, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, those three.
Awesome. So Daniel, thank you very much. I know you have a full day in front of you to go plan for no games for the Warriors. So what's the plan for the team practicing? I've seen some rumors that there's, again, rumors, some of the teams might get together, joint practices or something.
Hey, Ryan, this is Adam. I just wanted to say, Dan, thank you. before we move on. Dan, thank you. I didn't hear the name, so I don't have video right now, so I didn't know. So even more suspense. I'm getting text right now. Dan, super excited to work with you. I actually mentioned this when talking with Kim and Jamie with the selections, but all three of you not only host sporting events, but you also host a ton of content.
Yep. Looking forward to it, Adam.
Okay.
Thank you.
1 second here, team. Okay, so that is our final one. There is obviously a few startups out there. We just want to acknowledge, have you turn your camera on and maybe just say a few words about the experience here, because unfortunately you won't be able to move forward. If all the startups can put their camera on that were selected, we're going to go through your names in a second, but let's just acknowledge now those that weren't selected. I'm just going to call it out. So Simon, for your other fan wide, any parting ways, Simon, for half of your product that's not going to be moving forward?
It was a good experience, great opportunity to get some good customer validation and feedback, and to Adam and Vici Sports, best of luck.
Yep. Excellent. Thank you, Simon. And obviously we'll be seeing you on the other side there. Paul from Hoop Files. Paul, are you still on? Okay, you may have had to drop. And Guillaume from BFan, anything from your side you want to say?
Yeah, hello. Sorry, my camera doesn't work. But yeah, for me it was a great experience, and actually it doesn't come as a surprise. We have something we usually cater to very small organization, and we have designed our product to actually cater that kind of organization. For us, it was really a test to have a perception by a larger organization of where we are at. And I think the answer is pretty clear. So, I mean, yeah, it was a really an excellent way to see where we are, what we need to do yet, and if there was something to do with larger organization, and so far the answer is pretty clear. So, I mean, for me, it was a lot of good feedback, and it gives us a very clear way of what we do and where we're heading.
Yeah, okay. Next up, I think that's it from there. Can you bring up the mentor slide, Megan? Okay, so the next step is we're going to be assigning mentors. I'm not going to read through all of their names there, but there's definitely a good selection of real experts in the field. Some of the mentors are watching right now, and some of them have been going through the list to see who might get picked and who they might want to work with. We'll be doing some matchings of some 1-to-1, maybe some 2-to-1s. Some of them might be going cross, but these will be the mentors that will be kind of helping you over the next, I guess, 5 weeks. As I told all you when we had the one-on-one calls back, I guess now 3 or 4 weeks ago, that between the mentors and myself, we'll be kind of a touch point for you weekly. And I'll be kind of working on the next day or so between their backgrounds and your backgrounds and working with them to see who we want to match up with yourselves. So that is our kind of our star mentor panel, so to say. Let's go to the last slide if we have it. I think we do. With all the companies that have won. Here we go. So let's just acknowledge, let's just go around the room. I kind of know this in order, but I don't know, but let's just start with the overall winner of the day. I think that is Vichy. So congratulations, Adam. You want to just say one more final thing before we get started? Okay, I think that is a no. I know you're having trouble connecting. But let's just walk around the room and just state your product and what you do for each, this pretty much one last time before we drop off. So let's move to Hear Me Cheer next. Elias, just want to say what your product is?
Yeah, hi. Hear Me Cheer is a platform that allows teams from all over the world to actually connect with their fans and be able to engage their audience when no one's in the stands. So we work as mostly an audio platform, but also have some fan engagement tools built in. We're really excited to be here. Thank you very much, Ryan.
Yeah, no problem. Handy? All right, you know what? I'm just going to read these out because we're just about out of time anyway. I want to be conscious of people's time in the calendar. So we have One Plan, we have Bleacher, we have Pumpjack, we have Bebox Sports, we have Pronto, we have Robo Point Guard, eMaze, the COVID Sports Bot, Sports Me, Bench Vote, Flash Plays, Her Technologies, Full Venue, Digital Solutions, Foot AR, Bassinet, Clive and Judith, I want to inform you that as you were picked by one here, we are, obviously you're going to stay in this cohort and stay a part of this group. But as you know, you're in a unique position. You're also going to spend a lot of time in the high performance sector. So you'll be kind of straddling both towers, spending a lot of time in high performance.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Next steps for this group, basically, I'll be sending some calendar invites out to you. We'll try to have a kickoff meeting later this week with all of you to talk about the next steps, but I'll be setting up some one-on-ones with you to really understand, who it is you want to have in that first meeting, as we talked about, because now the journey begins. And the journey begins over these next 5 weeks of having anywhere from 1 to 3 meetings with these clubs. It might be 5 meetings, who knows? But really working towards how do we scope out a trial, some sort of pilot. So while you're all winners to this stage, no one's actually won work yet with one of these clients, one of these partners. And at the end of the day, that's the goal. So as you know, in week 6, we'll be having individual final competitions with each partner. And between now and then, we'll be scoping out what it is that we can do for them. And by all means, you can all be winners. There's nothing stops any of these partners from selecting 2, 3, 4, or 5 pilots moving forward. So congratulations to all of you. I do want to close out with Hype saying a couple of things. But I also just want to sit back and say, when I first told Hype this concept, and the team there, I'm not going to say who it was, but like, well, Ryan, what if the same 3 get picked by the same 12 partners and we only have a cohort of 3? And I said, well, then I failed. But I said, I promise you, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be somewhere of 5 or 6, or somewhere between 8 and 15 was my projection. And when they came in over the weekend and literally up until the last minute, we were getting text message up until the session. Almost all of you got selected. Only a few did not. So this is a unique cohort. Anyone who's been a part of Accelerator, there's nothing been this big, but why not do something big and better that's never been done before? I've never heard of a cohort for an Accelerator that had roughly 20, but screw it. Why can't we do it? Why do we have to follow the mold? So I'm going to just drop there. Hand off to David, the Director of Marketing for Hype. David, you want to say a few words there for Hype on Hype's behalf?
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. As you can see in the slide there, congratulations to all the startups who were selected for this cohort. Fiona or Megan, you can drop the slide now. So I think we can all agree that if there's one thing in the world that brings people together, it's sports. And as Frank mentioned earlier from FIBA, that 2020 has definitely thrown a curveball to the world, and it was impacted first in the sports arena. And one of the key values of Hype is to take startups that are solving the sports industry's real challenges and connect them with the right people at the right time. As Amir said at the beginning, the right product isn't good enough. They need to move fast. Okay, so I want to thank Ryan, firstly, for his incredible effort this past week. I think all the startups and the partners have seen how much he has put into this, and the results just from today have proven themselves, like he said. He's put together an amazing bootcamp here. Thank you to all the partners who have joined us. It's not simple to clear up time and devote time to a whole new realm which has never been done before. And most importantly, I want to thank all the startups for joining us and for really embracing the bootcamp and all that's gone on through the week. I'm sure that you've all learned a lot, including the partners. The partners have learned about new technology. And I would like to say at this point that, as Ryan said at the end there, this is only one of 5 verticals. So there's a lot going on with the Hype Global Virtual Accelerator. So I invite everyone listening to join us on social media, the hashtag HypeGVA2020. You can follow it on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you are. Follow that, and also follow our social media platforms. We'll be providing updates and news from the different cohorts, who's in, who's out, what's moving forward, and what's staying still. But I think it's important for anyone who's got a passion for sports technology and wants to see the world of sports take the next step and bring sports back. Most importantly, follow Hype Sports Innovation on social. And to wrap up, I'd like to share one of my favorite quotes, which really emphasizes what I'm saying now. To quote Nelson Mandela, who said, "Sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in a way that little else does. It speaks to youth in a language they understand. Sport can create hope where once there was only despair. And if the world, I think, needs anything at the moment, it's for sport to bring people together. And the startups that we have with us today are allowing just that. So congratulations, welcome, and good luck."
Thank you, Dad. It's a fantastic ending. And I actually don't have a count of all the countries that won, but I'm just looking around this screen. We have Helsinki, we have Sydney, we have Portugal, obviously the US. Phenomenal group. It is truly a global effort, truly a global partners and global clubs, and we're going to try to help you scale around the world. So let's just drop off with there. I'm going to leave one more thing. For those that do know, we're running a side podcast called New Arenas. We've had a few of you on already. I've already talked to some of you because I knew you had one. I wanted to get those in the calendar. But if anyone wants to do a recording tonight in the next, say, 2 hours, we are free. You can email me and we can set something up. If not tomorrow, but I'll be reaching out with you an email regarding this. But New Arena is out. It's episode 4, which was really a precursor to this. Jamie and Christian talking about who they were going to select. Now we're going to bring on some of the startups we haven't already had on. So to date, we had FanWide, we had Vichy, we had Hear Me Cheer, we had Sport Me, and we had Pumpjack Data. So now let's hear from some of the others. And Bill, by the way, I've already talked to Jerome Williams. He knew that you had won this, and he's already agreed to come on the podcast with you later this week. So we'll have an NBA player on the podcast with you talking about this.
Fantastic.
So just something else that I did behind the scenes. So, okay, everybody, thank you very much. Congratulations to those who made it. To those that didn't, apologies. It is what it is. Unfortunately, I guess what they say, your watch is calm or something like that in Game of Thrones, where you're finished or you're off the island. So moving forward, this will be the cohort. Look forward to some emails from me today. Congratulations, everyone. Adam, get some sleep. I think it's pretty late there. And we'll see you guys later. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.